Welcome to CC Fashion. In this video, you're going to learn how to sew a vintage shirt. In my previous video, you must have learned how to cut it. So this video is all about sewing. Please, if this is what you're interested in, let's move right on. Here are my two front pieces and I have folded it up. Just as you can see, I had to overlock the front panel and fold it over like this. Then I'll go ahead to trim it off to follow my neckline. If you've not seen how I cut it, kindly check on the description box. You see the video link to that. So I'm going to notch 1 inch from that point. If you like, you can take yours 1.5 or 2 inches, but 1 inch is okay for me. So look at how I'm going to fold it like so, and look at the notch. I will turn it over like that and I will stitch it from that point down to this point. So I have stitched it here and I'm going to turn it over like this. This is just to give me that lapel look. So I'm going to notch it before I turn it inside out, and that's me notching it, and I'll go ahead and turn it like this. So don't forget to always iron your work. After turning it like this, I'm going to really iron it down. So after ironing, look at what I have. I've done it on both sides. Then after that, I'm going to use my hemming gum to hold it down. When you are doing this, ensure that you insert it carefully so that the hemming gum does not pop out. So you can see how I'm going to insert it inside the overlap, the button overlap. So I'm going to use a steam iron to press it down. So make sure that the hemming gum really should be enough for the front panel, as you can see. So I'm going to use a steam iron and press it down. When I'm done pressing, I'm going to work on the sleeve, and these are the straps that I prepared to use in hemming my sleeve. Remember, I'm just going to attach this to my sleeve. So I have put stay and iron it down. I have also stayed my facing, my yoke. So this is going to be fixed immediately. So at this point, I'm going to show you how I'll place my sleeve and pipe it. So this is how I'm going to place it. This design part is going to be at the front, so you can say that that's the front side. So I'm putting it front side facing each other, and I'm going to stitch 1/2 inch at that point. Then I will turn it over like this and iron it down. So when I'm done with that, I would move over to joining the shoulder to shoulder of my shirt. So I'm going to place the back panel first. Now notice how to solve this out, because most people do not know how to assemble it to turn over the yoke, especially for beginners. So place the back panel first, right side facing down and wrong side facing up, as you can see. Then put your front panel up here, just as you can see. That's right side facing up and the wrong side facing the back panel. So do the same thing with the other side, as you can see. Then when you are done with this, you can now place your yoke right side facing each other, just as you can see. If you don't understand, go through the video again and watch the steps and just copy it. Then when I'm done like this, I'm going to make sure that I arrange everything equal and stitch 1/2 inch here. And I'll also stitch 1/2 inch at this point. So when I'm done, I'll let you know. So at this point, I've finished stitching, and this is what it looks like. Even in Senator, you want to turn your senator. That is just the trick. Sorry that I really missed a clip here. At this point, I have fixed my sleeve already. I have turned over the yoke as I showed you, and I top stitch it on my back panel. Just as you can see, I flipped it over and I top stitch it. Then I went ahead and stitched on the shoulder. Then I have ironed everything out. This is the sleeve. I have gone ahead to attach the sleeve nicely, and what I'm going to do is just to keep ironing it down. Now this is the piping that I have made. I'm going to just overlock it. You can see how everything is coming out very beautiful. You can see how the design is coming out nicely on the outfit. So after this point, the only thing left now is to shape the shirt and to fix the collar. You may decide to fix the collar first before shaping it, or you may decide to shape it before fixing the collar. So to fix the collar, what I need to do now is to take my measurements from this notch point that I use in turning this my neckline over. I'm going to place my tape there, and I'm going to take note of where the joining is at, and I'll go through it to the other point where I notched my fabric, and at this point I have 14.5 inches. So that is just my neck round that I'm going to use in cutting the vintage collar. So to cut the collar, I have my stay here. You have to use your collar stay, soft one at that, to give you what you want. Then all I need to do is to make sure that I have my stays should be enough to cut that 14.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead to fold the collar into two, and then I'm checking 14.5 divided by 2. That will give me 7.25, and that's what I'm marking there, because I folded that stay by 2. So I'm marking my 7.25 there, and notice how I'm going to tilt my tape to put that marking there. So at that point, I'm going to mark 0.75 inch upward, like so. I've put a mark on 0.75. Then coming back from the folded edge, I'm going to check half of my measurement, and then I'll connect it to half of there, just using a curve ruler. As you can see, I'm connecting it to half of there, just to make that point a little bit curvy to follow the neckline. So this is what I'm doing basically. You can see I'm just trying to curve down that point. I just hope you can see what I am doing. So from this point here, I'm going to mark 2 inches upward. Then that's how I want my collar tip to be. If you want yours to be like 2.5 inches, you can go ahead and extend it 2.5, but mine, I want it to be 2 inches. That's why I'm marking 2 inches. Then coming down to this other end, I'm marking 3 inches. That is a standard collar. But if you want your own to be extraordinary, or it should be smaller, you can mark 2.5 or 2.75 depending on what you want. But the standard measurement is 3 inches in that other side. So I'm going to connect straight line like so, straight to this point, and at the end of the day I'll also connect it down to my real collar point, that is here. So I'm still going to connect it like this. Okay, so now I have my collar ready. You can see that it is not very difficult to draft. This is just a vintage collar. It's a one-piece collar. So I'm done drafting. I'll go ahead and cut it, and after cutting it, I'm going to paste on my fabric and just turn around the way it is. Then I'll go ahead and attach it to my clothes. So when I'm done, I'm going to place it like this on the fabric, and after gumming it, I will leave like half inch below there, and I will fold it over. After trimming off like half inch, then I'll fold it over like this, just as you would do in normal colors. Then after folding it over, I'll turn it all round with another fabric. Then when I'm done, this is what I got. So you can see how beautiful it look. You can see how nice it look. So what I'm going to do now is just to attach it, just as you would do your normal collar. So I'm going to attach it like this. Now notice how I will do this. I just want to show you so that you're not going to do yours over. So I'll place the excess that I had like this, right side facing each other. Then I'm going to stitch it by 0.25 round like this, all rounds. And when I get to the other notch point, I'll make sure that everything follows the same way. Then I'm going to turn it over like this and top stitch. So when I'm done, I'll show you what I have done. Then after that, I'll go ahead and fold it over like this and shape it off, just as you would do in your normal shirt. When I'm done, I'll show you how it looks like. At the end of the day, this is what I got. It came out so beautiful. Everything came out very perfect. I just hope you try yours. And if you like anything about this video, whether you like it or not, just subscribe. Leave a comment for me. I'm planning to do something more better, more meaningful. But it's just that I get discouraged somehow, thinking that maybe people will not really encourage it. As such, it will be wasted effort. So go ahead, encourage me, please. Hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that I can have more energy to put in so much more, like something more meaningful, something more presentable. So thank you guys for always being there. You can see that everything came out perfectly well. Please, I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye.